Hey guys, it's me again. This is our 23rd time hanging out. When you were little, was there anything you were absolutely terrified of? Because I had so many fears back then. Over 20 years ago, my family actually lived with my uncle's family. They lived on the first floor and we lived on the second, so I was super close with my cousins. My uncle had three kids, two girls and a boy. His second oldest, my older cousin, who I called my second sister, absolutely loved to mess with me and scare me since we were kids. For example, one time my cousin bought a wind chime and hung it on a wall on the first floor. Every time the wind blew, it would make a jingling sound. I thought it was super unique, so I climbed onto a chair to touch it. Just as I touched it, my cousin saw me and suddenly yelled, "Oh no, you messed up!" I jumped, startled, and quickly asked her what was wrong. With a dead serious face, she said, "You're not supposed to touch that wind chime. Look, there are three little figures on it, and each one has a ghost attached to it. When the wind blows and it chimes, that's the ghost crying out. You just touch one of the figures, which means the ghost is now attached to you. You're doomed." Hearing that, the color completely drained from my face. I panicked and asked, "What do I do? I already touched it. How do I get rid of it?" Still deadpan, she replied, "There's no way. The ghost has already transferred to you. It's just gonna follow you forever." I was terrified, but then I had a thought. Wait a minute, my family is moving out soon. Won't the ghost lose track of me? So I frantically asked, "But my family is moving soon. Once I move, the ghost won't be able to follow me, right?" My cousin paused, pretended to think about it for a second, and then said, "Nope, you can't escape it. Moving won't help. The ghost will follow you wherever you go." Hearing that, I felt like my life was officially over. I was convinced I was going to be haunted for the rest of my life. With a heavy heart, I slinked back upstairs to the second floor, totally defeated. Another time, my family bought a bunch of watermelons. I was thrilled and ate a ton along with my cousins. But while eating, I was probably swallowing too fast and accidentally swallowed a lot of watermelon seeds. I felt a little uneasy about it, so I asked my cousin, "Hey, I just swallowed a bunch of watermelon seeds by accident. Is that gonna be a problem?" She listened, thought about it for a second, and put on that serious face again. "That might actually be a huge problem," she said. "Watermelon seeds are plant seeds. Once they get into your stomach, they'll treat it like soil. After a while, they're going to sprout and grow into watermelon vines right inside your belly." I was so worried and asked, "But if they grow inside my stomach, there's no way out. Is it going to stretch my stomach until it pops?" My cousin pondered this for a moment and replied, "Well, you have ears, right? You have ear canals. Eventually, the watermelon vines will just grow right out of your ears." A wave of absolute terror washed over me. I completely lost my appetite for watermelon. I figured if I ate any more and swallowed more seeds, even more watermelons would grow inside me, and I'd be even more doomed. So I just stopped eating, sat in my chair spacing out, and let my imagination run wild with horrifying images of my body exploding from watermelon vines. Many years have passed since then. I'm no longer afraid of wind chimes. I know now that they ring simply because of physics. The wind blows, they sway, and they make a sound. Though, honestly, to this day, I still don't really like things that jingle. And I'm definitely not scared of accidentally swallowing watermelon seeds anymore, since I know they can't actually sprout in your stomach. At the end of the day, all fear stems from the unknown. Because I didn't know any better back then, my natural instinct was to be terrified. But once you understand how things actually work and look back at the things that used to scare you, you realize it really wasn't a big deal after all. That's all for today's little story. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. I'm Ping, a new YouTuber, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.